Hey there, welcome one and all to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. This is Morskijez back at it again in the Xerox server with my lovely friend Staria.
Ayo.
Welcome, welcome to Wings of a Feather. I am playing Hugh, and another lady who I'll introduce in a bit. Hey Staria, who are you playing?
I'm playing Marta Script, local bar baby, who is very protective of his older little brother now. Right now.
Yeah. So timeline-wise, this is right after Dancing in the Shadows.
Yep,
For
yep.
those of you who don't know, that is Hugh's lore game. It was a fun time.
Stuff sure did happen.
Yeah. Um, there were some consequences, some things happened, but this is right after that. So at this point in time, uh, the kids, and I guess not quite kids, are at the Spookies Manor in town. I think at this point Decimal is either taking a nap in the corner or he's probably in another part of the house or handling something. At this point in time, March and Hugh are huddling together on the bed, and this is like Riina, the other person I'll be playing, has like come into the manor, but she's not here at the moment. She's just saying hi to Asclepius. So, hey March, he's just kind of curled up on the bed right now. How are you feeling and how are you doing?
Well, I think it's self-explanatory that March has not let go of Hugh for the past few hours. Um,
Aw,
yeah, Hugh is just being held, very gently. Just hold the boy.
good, yes. Yeah,
And
then I think it's accurate to say he was currently curled up in March's arms.
yeah, probably. The good thing about having four arms is that you're very good at holding people.
Yeah,
And also, due to having giant poofy sleeves, it's probably pretty comfy.
yeah. And also this is Hugh's brother. They've done this tons of times before. Hugh knows how to get himself comfy.
Yeah. But yeah, March is, yeah, it's like he knows there's, and he knows that like, um, nothing's bad gonna happen to Hugh right now because Kain isn't alive anymore, and Hugh is with them safe and sound, and not about to be dropped into a pit of fucking darkness. Um, yeah, I think now is like the time where he starts to process all of the fucked up shit they encountered. Um, and by all that I mean the fucking everything that happened in the cave. He's still not processing the what part of it, but like, anyways, how's Hugh
I
doing?
I throttle your boy very gently. Um, Boy, please process your stuff.
He's
Um,
trying to. He's starting.
that's good. That's good. How is Hugh doing? Um, there's a whole mix of emotions here right now. Hugh is still kind of running off of that high brought on by the fear of what will happen. There's like a lot of fear he's coming down from now, a lot of like hurt from what Kain did and was going to do. The whole cocktail of emotions that comes into play when Kain is involved.
Yeah.
It he's feeling sad, but also he's also just feeling really grateful so glad that his family came to get him. His actual family.
Yeah, of course, cause we love our little boy.
So yeah, Hugh is kind of just curled up in March's arms, cause oof. Hugh got his chance with hugging Decimal earlier, and like
Yeah,
Decimal had his own things to handle. So right now Hugh's with March. He's happy to stay here with March.
yeah.
Mostly he's just taking the moment to like let himself feel sad and just try to rest a bit. Cause man,
Yeah, there's definitely like a good bit of like comfortable silence between them as they like finally start to like wind down from all that. And at some
yeah.
point March will speak up and just be like, "How are you feeling, you?"
Um, literal pause. It feels like I should say, "What am I not feeling?" Um, I mostly I just need some time because there's a lot of hurt.
Of course. Yeah, we can take all the time you need. It
Yeah.
was a lot.
Mm, and well, I'm just really glad I had you and everyone else come for me.
Of course we would.
Yeah.
You know, we it's almost funny. Um, while you were
Mm?
away before you got, well, taken, me and Decimal were talking, and we decided that we also gonna be brothers. So all three of us are brothers now.
You do crack a smile out of you with that, and there's a quite what was about time for you too.
Listen, I'm not. You know, I'm not the brightest the brightest lamp in the hardware store when it comes to those kinds of things.
I don't know. I think you shine plenty brightly, and
Sap.
there's like
And
a mo.
and March will like ruffle his hair.
There's a squeak from Hugh, but like he does uncurl a little bit, and there's like moment as Hugh puts his hands on your cheeks as just
Oh,
see you
and
glow bright enough to light up this whole town.
huh, and I think at that because March's light does correspond to his emotions. Um, he does the like light from his head does glow brighter.
Good.
And also the spectral flowers at his feet, well, spectral plants, they're now turning to flowers and blooming ever so slightly brighter.
Aw, good, good. Like he's going to resettle himself and like flop his head on your shoulder essentially. It's I'm really glad I got you and Decimal here, and I think I'd like to stick with you to a whole lot, at least for a little while.
Same here. We all we all got you. We won't let anyone hurt you like that ever again.
Thank you.
But if they do, well, that's why we're here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, eye on the player is like a note from the player, I guess. This is also Hugh just saying he's going to be clingy for a bit because
Absolutely valid of him.
right now the biggest thing is that he doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah, March is not gonna March is not gonna let go until Hugh tells him to.
A I think there will actually be a pause and Hugh will just go, "Oh, what, we're on a bed, let me just," and he tugs the blanket, sits over your shoulders, March.
Hugging the blanket over his shoulders, and since Asclepius and this is Asclepius and Jack's house mansion, I'm betting there's like some really big blankets here. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like considering the blanket would have to be big enough to like fit comfortably on the bed. And these beds are like they are made for a person taller than you, March. You can fit comfortably in them. These are absolutely like the big blankets.
and like these two are stupidly tall. Um, so yeah, he wraps the both of them in like a blanket burrito. So
Uh
now they're both toasty and comfy.
yes, good. There's kind of an hour moment of comfortable silence and Hugh starts purring slightly.
Oh, I think that gets like a small chuckle out of March as he ruffles Hugh's hair again.
Hey, Marge,
Yeah.
how are you holding up after everything? And you weren't hurt too badly in the fight, right?
Oh, definitely not. Takes more than takes more than what they had to take me down.
There's a nod, and Hugh is just good. So, are you holding up okay after this? And he's giving you the look of, how are your emotions doing?
Uh, well, March is I and he sort of like stops mid-sentence as he tries to think what he wants to say.
Yeah, I
And
was gonna say if March is going to deny, he was giving him a look.
yeah, yeah, the thing is, March isn't really looking at you right now, Hugh. He's kind of looking at the side, thinking, and like thinking how he wants to say this. And after a bit of hesitance, he continues his sentence, just like, I, in that cave, I killed Kain.
Yeah, I I remember.
I, he deserved it. I'm not sorry for doing it. I, but I,
Doesn't feel good that it happened anyways.
Yeah, I I almost want to apologize to you for that.
There is like a pause from Hugh and admittedly I still don't know what to think of Kain being killed, but I love you. Yeah, and I'm thank you for saving me.
And March smiles at that, and there's you can tell his eyes are a little wet, and he's just like, Love you too." And of course, I would come help. What kind of a younger brother would I be if I didn't?
You get a small smile from Hugh, and he's going to give you a hug. Just like turns around to just give you like a proper one. Um,
Yep, hugs back. Just
I
yep, hug time.
yeah, it's I don't hold it against you, yeah.
And March will nod.
'Cause yeah, on my end, like Hugh's thought process is essentially he doesn't know what to think about Kain being dead and being killed, though like he knows that doesn't hold it against March or like anyone else who came to get him out. He
Hmm.
mostly has a lot of mixed feelings about Kain and is just like he's not really sure how to unpack them. He will unpack them, but he figures he should give himself a moment to process.
Yeah, yeah, that sure was a lot.
Yeah, yeah, man, there's some funny little things that happen in the cave too that Hugh hasn't spoken about yet.
Oh boy.
Uh, but yeah, at this moment in time, Hugh is just like happy to sit here. It's hug.
Hug time. It's hug time.
Mhm.
And yeah, and after a bit, again, comfortable silence. March
Mhm.
will um reach to his hammer space, and I'm gonna roll d10 now.
Oh.
That's a 9, and he will take out a neatly little baggie of cookies, um, wrapped with a blue ribbon on them,
Aw.
and will give them to you. And just like I, I did bake a fresh batch before you went out, and I happened to wrap this up before we knew anything. So I thought maybe you wanted a treat, a snack. I
Oh yeah, no. Hugh's eyes have lighted up and actually, yeah, you do hear his stomach rumble quite loudly. He hasn't eaten anything in the past couple days, so.
Yep. Hands him the cookies. These are Hugh's favorite cookies, chocolate chip.
Hey! Yeah, no. Really big smile breaks out on Hugh's face and he's just, thank you.
Of course.
And so like he's gonna unwrap them, he's doing a munch, he's also gonna offer like, you want some?
Oh, you know what? Sure, yeah. I forgot I haven't eaten in a while. And March will
Long
take a
day.
cookie.
Cookie time.
Cookie time.
Yeah, he was gonna say long day, huh?
That's an understatement, but yes. The long the days just keep getting longer, huh?
uh, well, there's like a pause from Hugh, and it's just that. Well, I mean, generally these aren't things that normally happen. Hugh, sh- Hugh certainly doesn't want him himself being kidnapped to be a normal thing, or any of his family, really.
Yeah. March would like his family and friend to stop getting kidnapped, please.
I think you should bring that complaint up to the Frau.
March voice, hey bro, I wanna talk.
Hugh voice, wait, no, not without us.
Goodness. But yeah,
Okay, but hilariously enough, I am imagining just like Decimal March and Hugh coming up to the Frau, being unexpected pains in the ass.
yeah. March voice, bro, reveal your location. I just want to talk.
Oh, um, how like pauses, Hugh refigures how he wants to say this sentence. So, what did all happen since I got anyways? So you, Deslo, and I are all siblings, which is awesome. Was there anything else? Like, I'm guessing you guys came here to Halloween at some.
Well, yeah, to get like, the whole magic finding thing and like what's it called? Scrying, I think.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's how Asclepius would to give me a sense. Yeah. Scrying is a pretty good spell if you want to find out where someone is or what they're.
Yeah, and he
Um.
also gave Gregory a spell scroll for locate creature.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that would have been really helpful. There aren't really many maps of inside the caves.
That they should change that. I'm like if you have caves which are like big and spiraling, they should have maps.
I mean, there are, though. It's a case of they can be kind of dangerous. Um, they're used to, like, so there are maps, but a bunch of them are old because since last year, due to the incident in East, those caves got reshuffled.
Ah.
That's why there aren't that many, and with things still being a bit unstable, not many people were allowed inside. Plus, no one was really told Riina and Faye were petrified, people would panic.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
The
So,
whole hey, your two gods are missing in action.
yeah.
Are they gods? I'm not I think they are.
Oh, yeah. Like, I guess more specifically, Riina and Faye are angels. So they are deities.
Hmm.
Um,
How do you keep attracting every deity in like a 50 feet radius of you, Hugh?
I, I don't know. I don't try to.
I
I just ran into Riina when I was younger, and I don't control this.
yeah.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild.
He's pouting, by the way.
March is like kind of like how Fumbling's like, I want to meet deities too.
Don't worry, we can arrange that.
Well, you can, because of how many you've met.
Okay, but like, genuinely
Sorry about that. The demons in
speaking.
my headphones are still trying to kill me.
Ah, F.
Yeah, that's
Are you
gonna
back?
come across in the recording with a loud burst of static.
Ah, F.
Yeah, if I suddenly mute, that's why.
Okay. Um. Okay, so let's see. Like Hugh will say like, well, knowing Greener, she'll definitely want to meet both you and Decimal. So, you said you wanted to meet deities? Well, that's definitely gonna happen soon.
I'm gonna eat my words.
Hugh just gives you like the knife cat face.
March, wait, my hubris.
Is there anything else you would like for March to ask you, or shall the hubris come?
I think that we can have March's hubris come catch up to him right now.
Yeah, there's a knock 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 on the door.
Open. We can't really open the door for you, but it shouldn't be locked.
Okay, one moment then. And hey March. You know that thing about you know that thing that you mentioned about Riina wanting to meet you and Decimal? Well,
Yep. There she is.
there she is. I'll find the picture now.
My beloved.
So at this point, the halo is hidden, though she hasn't bothered to hide the wings at this point.
Nods.
Hilariously enough, she is shorter than you. She's like.
That's not a very that's not a very hard thing to achieve.
Yeah,
I
I
was
need
about to
to
say
remember.
that's a pretty low bar, but like that's
No, I say this because I need to remember exactly, but I think she's about 5'4".
yeah, yeah, Marx is taller than that.
Yeah. So,
Anyways,
as in you are sitting down and you're probably still looking down at her,
yeah.
knowing you, March. But,
Yeah, Rena enters the room and she sees her little boy and this very tall flower boy in a blanket burrito sitting on the bed.
there is this moment of dot dot dot. And Nina's gonna go grab another blanket to burrito around you two.
Hey, nice.
And then she'll go sit next to you two. Just so nice to meet you, I suppose.
Hi, I'm March. Um, you're Rena, right?
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
And there's actually a moment where Hugh's just going to snag Rina's sleeve before just clasping her hand in his hands. It's good to meet you too. Thanks for keeping him safe.
Of course. Wouldn't have it otherwise.
Hey, Mart,
Yeah.
uh, would you be alright if I dragged Riina into this hug?
Sure.
Great. March, please do me a strength save.
Oh my god. What's your strength save, March? I forgot your strength save is horrid.
I'm using Riina's dex for this.
Good god.
Okay, so she's nice and she's able to contain herself, but you do actually see her vibrating a bit because yes, she missed this.
Okay, for the audience, March rolled a 24 and Riina rolled a 23, but Riina has a plus 21.
He's a deity, my guy.
I
You
know it
don't.
doesn't stop me from being astounded.
She's also the bonus of being a paladin and a rogue, which means fun things.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, there's just going to be this moment of the three of you really sitting here like this, and then Riina will pull back.
Well,
So
it's good to see that you're, well.
thanks. Um, there's a lot to unpack, but I think that's going to be a problem for future me. I just wanted to check on things over here first.
Yeah, that's certainly a mood.
uh, okay, me the player I forgot. Did March introduce himself?
He did.
Okay, cool. So, March, yes?
Yep.
Well, wanna play 20 questions? Cause I know very little about you. And I'm guessing you got questions for me.
Sure. Yeah, you can start if you want.
Um, well, how'd you meet Hugh?
Um, well, we ran into each other, quite literally, as he was trying to send a letter back home, and, while sick, and it's, and he looks down at Hugh,
Hugh is giving a pout. Now Riina is giving Hugh a look.
and then he can, and then he just casually continues as if it didn't out his brother. Uh,
Mart. Riina
and
is just giving Hugh a look.
and March will continue detailing the events of Homesick, the very first March and Hugh FPS. God, that was so long ago.
Yeah,
How
that
much
was.
they grew.
I know that was like my first FPS ever. So
Damn. So long ago.
yeah, I
But
think
yeah.
Riina is just going to bully Hugh just a little bit. She's also going to bully you as well, March, just a little bit over the never-ending corridor.
Listen.
Re- Riina, who has a knife cat face. Yes, I'm listening.
I was occupied with other things,
Oh, like?
such as holding Hugh.
I suppose that's a satisfactory answer.
Eternally, March heaves a sigh of relief.
Riina just gently bullying a bit.
Yeah.
Well, what is March's question for Riina?
Mark thinks for a bit, and at the end they settle for, well, if you're going to be, and I'm assuming you're going to be a frequent visitor nowadays, so, what's your favorite cookie?
Oh man, this is something I, the player, need to think about. Riina, what is your favorite cookie? Riina, tiramisu isn't a cookie, it's a cake.
Say that to March, and March will just be like, okay, and goes to make, and will make a mental note to make it.
Yo! Irina's like, her favorite sweet. Do you know how to make tiramisu?
Haven't done it before, but I can certainly learn.
I can give you some tips sometime.
Okay.
I'm not. Faye is more the cook between her and I, but I've learned a couple things watching her.
Well, I hope my baking will be satisfactory.
I bet it will be. He certainly seems fond of your baking.
I'm waiting for the moment where Hugh calls March out, just like, don't doubt yourself. Cooking is the your baking is the best.
Yeah, I was about to say too. Uh, on Hugh, like from Hugh's end, he is indeed going to pipe up. Don't don't listen to him. He's amazing, okay?
Hey, hey,
I don't hate me. I'm right. Your
hey.
cooking is amazing. Why do you think Decimal and I go so bonkers for it?
March buries his head in his hands. He may he might be a little embarrassed.
Hugh, Hugh now has the knife cat expression. Also, March, do you want to do me a real quick insight on Riina?
Sure, what's your insight, buddy? +4. 21, nice. So this is where
Mm.
March's good rolls went.
um, Essentially, Hugh mentioned Decimal, and you can see her mentally going, okay, so this is the next person I should say hi to. Just like in a very pleasant sort of voice. She doesn't say this out loud, but mentally.
Yeah, it's that menacing smile.
Yeah, exactly.
Internally, March just yep. He he will wish Decimal good luck, and that he makes it out alive.
It'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Don't even worry
Hopefully.
about it. Somewhere else, Decimal feels a chill run down his spine.
Yeah. Just like in the other part of the house, Decimal getting the sense that something's coming.
Decimal voice, why do I hear boss music?
Riina voice, oh don't worry, this'll be quick.
Don't worry about it.
But that's a future problem
That's a
for the cat
problem for
boy.
yeah, that's a problem for future Decimal.
Uh, um, as of right now, though, like Rina's pretty happy to chat over here. Um,
Mhm.
so I guess it's my question next. There is a pause as she thinks, and then, so I've adopted Hugh. Do you mind if I adopt you too? Hugh has squeaked, by the way.
March squeaks too, just like, um, sure, yeah.
Cool. She does not expand upon this.
March voice, what?
Hugh has just kind of buried his face in his hands. You're not getting any help from you right now.
March just like, huh?
I'm you know that Earthbound music for the
Yeah.
what? Like do do do
What? How?
do 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 do.
I guess this is happening now.
Riina, meanwhile, is just sitting pleasantly to the side.
Yep. March voice, well, I guess this is my life now.
Sure is. But that is Rita's current question. Your backup, March.
Yep. And March will think about his question. Okay, I, the Staria, didn't think about what he would want to ask. Because I want to be real with you, Chief. That question was real short.
The Rina in my head is just pleased with the nice prompt answer. Mine now.
Goodness. Incredible. March is certainly thinking hard about his questions. Um, well, how did you meet Hugh?
Oh, well, we ran into each other.
I'm starting to see parallels here.
Hugh snorts, and Rina grins. Um, how long ago was it now? About 10 years ago? Um, Council was being kind of a pain in the ass, so I decided to sneak out of town and take it easy for a bit. Let them handle themselves, and Hugh here was. He snuck out from home. And like Hugh will pipe up as well then that he was actually trying to find Tone because this was like Tone left home rather recently, so he was still trying to search for him to see whether he'd come back.
Hmm.
That like he didn't find Tone, he ran into Riina instead, so they ran into each other at the square because there was a decent amount of crowd. So she bought them some apples and they both snuck off and just went to hang out in a field nearby.
Hey, nice.
We just kind
Beloveds.
of we just kind of kept on meeting up afterwards then.
That's nice.
Mm, yeah.
You know, it's really funny because as soon as Rena said 10 years ago, March immediately gave me the crying cat face. No, stop. Stop this.
Uh do you kind of cut out there towards the end. Could you repeat?
March gave me the crying cat face. I'm like, no, stop this.
Ah, yes. 10 years ago, and he was 8 and even tinier.
Even smaller. And
Yes.
March was Well, anyways,
It's fine.
it's fine. Don't even worry about it. Much's lore is only a little fucked up.
You say that like it isn't a lot picked up, actually.
Winks at you.
But anyways. But anyways, like Riina will now sit and think. You asked me what my favorite cookie is. What's your favorite cookie?
Sugar cookies with frosting.
Oh, a nice choice.
It's rather simple, but I like it for that.
Hmm. You will pipe up with well, to be fair, all of the cookies you make are really good.
Shut up.
You're just no, I will not. They're so good. Riina, did you know March somehow made beet cookies that taste good?
That was an accident.
Still, it happened. And Riina is like, Riina is curious. She wants to hear the story about the beet cookies.
Listen, beet isn't a common ingredient, but it's not a bad ingredient for cookies. I've seen a few recipes for a beet
Oh,
cookie, so it makes sense. It doesn't taste bad.
do tell, do tell.
Well,
How
I
did how did you get to beet cookies anyhow? Like you said you made a few recipes, but it doesn't sound like you'd make them on your own.
well, funny story about that. A friend of mine came to visit with like half the shop worth of cooking ingredients, and as an apology for eating the whole cooking supply. Well, not cooking, the whole cookie supply in the house. So we decided to bake together, and somehow we also got a cursed beet that no matter what would try to get into the cooking, into the cookie batter, and it did end up getting into the cookie batter. Well, one batch of it, and yeah, we had beet cookies now.
Yeah, Rena's laughing. Hugh also just pipes up to her that that friend is Gregory.
Yeah, one tray did get burnt because I didn't manage to see in time that Gregory has put the temperature to 400.
Oh man, I'd be hmm. I think one time when I want to tease Faye, I should bring this Gregory fellow along so that we try to make some kind of cooking monstrosity.
Oh no. Oh no.
Uh, Rena, maybe not, dude. Hmm. March and Hugh both roll me persuasion.
Oh god. Okay. What's your persuasion, buddy? +7. Not bad.
See, that's D20 plus
Oof.
5,
March.
right?
Okay, that's a nat 20.
um, so March, you try, but
March is
Tarina's,
panicking too much to really be convincing.
yeah,
Hugh
and
is giving her
Rina's,
the sad eyes.
yeah, like March is panicking, and as you try to convince her not, that just convinces her to do it more.
Yeah.
Hugh just gives her like sad kibby eyes, and she's like, okay. I'll reconsider it in a month's time. And she leaves it at that.
Morskijez.
So I'll need to agree with Kraken on Craig or Riina FPS where they cause
Good
problems on
lord.
purpose.
Good lord.
But that's a future project. Um, let's see. Whose turn is it on the questions currently?
Um, Marches, I think. Yeah, cause
Um,
cause Rena asked what March's favorite cookie was,
oh yeah.
and March will now think. Do a thinky think. And what to ask Rena. Uh, give me a bit.
Yeah, no worries. I'm currently thinking whether Riina would do like anything funny right now as they wait.
Um, well, March will end up asking, well, how are you doing right now? Because I know a lot happened and you've been petrified for over a year, and you know,
Yeah. Kind of pause from her as she figures how she wants to say this, and then. So, Faye and I were mostly asleep for the duration of it, so not too bad from that sense. She and I will need to take a bit just to make sure that our bodies are functioning properly, but I think the
March will
big,
nod at that.
yeah, like, I think the biggest thing will mostly just be getting back into the hang of things and catching up on what we missed while we were stoned.
March nods.
We're fairly hardy. It'll be okay. And then
That's
she
good.
goes, to ruffles Hugh's head since, well, he did succeed in breaking that petrification.
Yeah.
Riina at this point is giving me that she's like fairly satisfied with the questions she's asked. Like, the rest is stuff that'll come in time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, girl, do you have anything funny that I can note down? Not at the moment. She does. She does have a lyre in amongst her tools, and she knows how to play it. But
Hey, nice.
mm, oh my goodness, your bonus to playing the lyre is crazy, Riina.
She's a god.
Yeah, it's also a plus 11 to
Nice.
just playing the lyre. That's cool. That's cool. I need to double check whether it's just ability checks or if it's also tool efficiencies. But um, as is though, Rina's honestly just pretty happy to chill here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you'd like to do? Or will you say this is a good place to pause it?
Well, March is giving me the vibes of wanting to talk about more stuff, but he's not sure about what.
Um, don't know, like, does he have questions about Riina's domain or like what kind of stuff she has to do?
Well, I think after like a bit, he's just gonna pipe up again, just like, you're a deity. What
Mm-hmm.
of? I don't know if that's right or not.
It's fine. Um, depends on the deity. A lot of them are rather haughty, but I don't mind asking. Yeah, it's fine.
March
As
nods. Because he really didn't want to have to deal with pissing off a deity now.
mm, honestly speaking, I'll say as well with the high insight earlier, Rina's kind of interesting. She's a deity, but her way of thinking is rather like a mortal's.
Mm-hmm.
So specifically, I'm an angel, and my domains fall under light and purification.
Ah, I see.
So for me, a lot of that means that I'm quite good at finessing radiant magic.
Much will mod, and think about the guiding feather that he has, which well makes sense because he was her
Mm-hmm.
little boy.
Yep. Yeah. Uh, I don't think anyone has figured out the necrotic resistance yet, but
Nope.
you can definitely sense some kind of magic on it, March.
Yeah.
It's like it's definitely Hugh's flavor of magic,
Mhm.
though it's like a little bit different than usual just by virtue of how those wings are.
Yep. Yep.
Um, how would it be a good way to explain this? So in my case, I happen to be very good at finessing radiant magic.
Mhm.
It's just something practiced with a lot, and face skills are similar. We do embody light to an extent, though admittedly a good chunk of that came due to a mutual friend of ours.
Oh, okay.
Hey, does March want to ask who that friend is?
Sure. What friend?
Oh, their name is Dawn Star.
Hmm. I'm gonna
March, roll me
roll religion.
religion,
Yeah, Mark's
real
gonna roll
quick.
religion now, which is a. Where's your religion, buddy? Where's your religion?
I'll be nice and say you can add a D4 to that
All right, it's a flat
because
d20.
guidance.
Ayo.
Um, okay, so I don't remember how well known this deity is. Actually, that might not even be enough. You just know they're called Dawn Star. The name makes you think of light, really.
Mhm.
So yeah, Rina and Faye are friends with the light.
Nice.
March isn't quite aware of that though, and I don't think he would be either. Because if I'm remembering my lore correctly, the light is actually a semi-obscure deity. So, um, is there anything else? Right. So, alongside with those being my domains, I am an angel specifically,
Mhm.
which There are a fair few of us out there.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, it's been quite a while since I've seen them, but Stokes, like Stokes, an angel that came down to Einquell about 200 years ago, I think. And
St you mean Aroma's husband?
oh, are you telling me he got married?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to visit him soon.
Oh yeah.
There is a knife cat look on her face.
Yeah.
Don't
Aroma
worry about
is
it.
Aroma's my nut mom.
Um,
It's a long story.
plant mom,
Nut
kind
mom. Yeah.
of. Okay,
It's a long story.
okay. And let's see. Hmm, Riina, would you bring this guy up? But then again, you think he's dead. Guess that's a no.
I mean, you can roll for it, like D2. 1 yes, 2 no.
Oop, that's a one. Um, he's not alive anymore, but Abyss was another angel.
Oh. Now I roll history to see if. Wait, now I need to think if March even knows about Abyss, because March knows of Mirage Forest. March doesn't know about Abyss.
Yeah, Hugh doesn't know about either. He was either not present or in a situation when
Yeah.
those things came up.
So I just wink at the viewers. Yeah. And so he just says, "Oh, I see."
Um, there's also one of the more higher ranking angels is called Chedek, but he's kind of an hard ass. He probably won't come down to Einquell anytime soon.
Ah, that's probably good.
He's not it's not like he's a bad person or anything, he's just kind of a hard ass.
March will nod.
Because real talk, from what I remember you telling me about the guy.
Yeah,
Re-
they won't.
yeah. um and there's some others out there like the Angel of Victory or the Angel of Pushing Back when you're cornered, so there it's like deities, I suppose. Many kinds and in all sorts of places.
March nods once more. I see. Um, well, interesting to know that we're kind of related in more than one way.
Hugh is kind of pondering that too, just like, huh, it really is all connected, huh?
Everything is connected.
And yeah, Riina is just kind of amused, like, well, you know what they say, small world.
Yeah, certainly a small world and a small continent.
Nice coincidence.
Yeah, it's almost as if it's almost as if the players keep scheming with each other. But no, that can't be it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not. Um, March, have any more questions?
No, I don't think he does.
Okay. Honestly, Riina is just handing me like maybe they can vibe here a bit. She'll pull out her lyre and mess around with it with the boys. So, shall I end it here and like have Riina try doing a a quick roll with what is this roll called? Cool roll?
Performance?
Yeah, okay. Let me double check the wording on this. This will either be an 18 or something more. So funny little thing about rogues who have reached level 10.
A reliable talent?
Reliable talent. I just need to double check whether this is ability checks.
I'm fairly certain it is.
Yeah. Okay. Oh well. Um.
I think what I meant is I think instruments are ability checks.
Okay. Then that's gonna be a 21.
Ayo. We take those.
Yeah. So I think we can like close off. Riina, Riina will take suggestions from the boys on what to play, but they can vibe.
Yep. And yeah, March has been adopted by a god.
So about wanting to meet more deities, huh?
Yeah, what a fulfilling prophecy that was.
Yeah, he'll be meeting Faye as well, because that's kind of a given. Riina and Faye are twins, but
Yep.
that's a problem for future March.
Yeah, that's a problem for future March.
But with that, FPS was a lot of fun,
Ooh, yeah.
and for everyone in the future who will watch, you're awesome. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, Morski. Thank you, future listeners. Bye.